CyberPsychology Year 3 video presentation. Grooming. How terrorist organisations use grooming techniques alongside social media to recruit young Westerners. The aims of this presentation is to provide a guide, awareness and knowledge to schools, parents and carers of young teenage children who may become a target via their use of the internet for recruitment by terrorist organisations such as the Islamic State. What is grooming? The term grooming was first introduced into UK legislation within Section 15 of the Sexual Offences Act 2003 and was later applied throughout England and Wales during 2004. Mitchell et al. Defined the term grooming as a victimisation of youth through means of sexual abuse. This has been the central focus of many studies for decades before the emergence of the internet. In 2006, Craven, Brown and Gilchrist reviewed previous literature and put forward a new proposed definition. The process by which a person prepares a child, significant adults and the environment for the abuse of a child. Specific goals include gaining access to the child, gaining the child's compliance and maintaining the child's secrecy to avoid any disclosure. This process serves to strengthen the offender's abusive pattern as it may be used as means of justifying or denying their actions. The definition may be more applicable to a real-world setting or a setting which occurs online. The purpose of grooming behaviours remain consistent despite the potential variation of specific techniques used. The Parents Project explained that grooming is used to define a selection of individuals who want to cause harm to children, gain the trust of young people and people around them, including their families, and get close to people who they consider meet a criteria of vulnerabilities for their own personal gain, for example, financial and sexual. The NSPCC state that grooming is when someone actively builds an emotional connection with a child in order to gain their trust with the purpose of sexual abuse, exploitation and or trafficking. Children and young people can be groomed face-to-face or online by someone they know personally or by a complete stranger. The groomer could be of any age, sex and location. How social media can assist the grooming process. Social media applications such as Facebook, Twitter and YouTube allow and facilitate the production and distribution of content within a virtual society. These platforms allow people to access blogs, share media tools, and access people all over the world. In 2005, it was reported that a third of 9 to 19-year-olds who go online at least once a week report having received unwanted sexual or nasty comments via email, chat or instant messages. Only 7% of parents and carers think their child have received such comments. Following a review of research in relation to sexual exploitation of young people online, it was found that between 13 and 19% of young people aged 10 to 17 have had some sort of experience of online sexual solicitation. With the ever-growing access of the internet, it makes it very easy for groomers to locate a victim with the aid of chat rooms, focusing on specific interests, making it easier to instigate a conversation. Groomers can often change details of their identity, including their age, gender, physical appearances, and whatever interests them. In 2017, the NSPCC stated that social media sites such as Facebook, instant messaging apps such as WhatsApp, as well as teen dating or online gaming apps allow instant connections with young people. This allows them to spend time researching the interests of a young person for information they have to access their online profiles, assisting them to form a relationship. How do terrorist organisations utilise social media for their recruitment? The Internet, initially created to enable communications following a nuclear attack, is now being increasingly used by criminals live streaming their offences, as well as being a central tool in spreading hateful messages to a wider audience. Social media in particular has played a vital role in providing terror groups scope to seek out and appeal to non-believers and those alike for the purposes of their recruitment. There has been a visible acceleration in the development and alteration of terrorism methods and practices, enabling multiplications of participants and dramatically multiplying the consequences of such acts. With at least 25 recognised terror groups across the world, including the Islamic State, the increasing accessibility to the Internet has created a platform for these groups to expand their followers and create an upsurge for their ideology. The Islamic State are widely known for their participation and distribution of high-tech English-speaking propaganda videos and continuous streams of Twitter updates for both fighters and followers. With the effectiveness of recruitment pitches being tailor-made for their audience and its social and cultural and historical content, social media has allowed for a wider target audience. Social media has become a significant recruitment tool for a variety of organisations, using it to encourage known members as well as those who may be sympathetic to their views. The Islamic State entered the global stage with a powerful entrance in June 2014, with aims to launch its religious jurisdiction across the planet under a caliphate. Potential recruits can use social media platforms such as Facebook to interconnect with foreign fighters involved in battles in order to access testimonials and to contact facilitators who can further explain how to assist the fight in Iraq and Syria. ISIS have further inspired and gained new recruits from all over the world, including European and US residents. Here are just a few examples of how social media has facilitated ISIS in recruiting new members. To the left is a Telegraph article of a British chemist who was recruited online to join radical Islam. Marie Claire also featured an article surrounding the American women that join ISIS. To the right-hand side is an article published by The Guardian reporting on the tactics that ISIS use to recruit females from Western communities, including money, being a wife, having a family, and having nice things such as jewellery. This slide shows several images taken from YouTube videos publicised by the Islamic State. They show that there is global accessibility for people young and old, and how the organisation allows unity. There is also focus on videos that they publish in relation to video games that Western youths play today, such as Call of Duty. Who could be potential targets for grooming? As the Internet allows identities to be hidden, this means that the person behind the screen can portray themselves to fit into a particular criteria in order to engage in conversation. Targeting can be done by breaking down interests, searching specific usernames, looking for public profiles with easy access to information. There is not always a specific target, as hundreds of messages can be sent out on a daily basis in the hope that someone will respond. Targets for terror groups include women who want the perfect family life with the extra benefits such as a nice house, shopping and jewellery. Youths who find violence exciting. Those who spend time within a virtual war are invited to live the game in real life. Those who are socially isolated are offered a family unit, friends and happiness, which makes them feel wanted and no longer lonely. Signs that somebody is being groomed. Many individuals do not realise that they are being groomed until it is too late. It is easy to mistake these signs as being a typical moody teenager. Behaviours include being withdrawn, aggressive, changes in schoolwork, having new friends, taking risks, and spending more time alone and online. Signs of grooming are not always obvious, and great lengths will be done to ensure that people's identities are kept hidden. For example, the groomed will be encouraged to keep their communications a secret, delete browser history, meet in unusual places, have secondary forms of contact such as a secret phone, have extra access to alcohol, drugs, and financial means like they would not previously have had. In 2009, KidSmart set out some smart rules in order to keep children safe online. Be safe online and keep your information to yourself. If you are meeting someone, do so in public and ensure that other people have their personal details. Accept communications from people that you know or that you are expecting to hear from. Delete communications from strangers. Check the information that you are being given is reliable. If you feel that there is a problem, ensure you tell someone like a parent or teacher. What steps can you take if you think somebody is being groomed? Monitor internet use. Put computers in a communal room within the home so that you can see communications taking place. Keep passwords up to date. Having access to your child's password can allow you access to social media accounts and ensure all communications are kept appropriate. Time limit. Allow a set time for internet use and stick to it. Be careful what information is available. Ensure child's privacy settings on social media platforms are not set to public. Keep private information private. If you suspect somebody you know is being groomed or is receiving inappropriate communications, or that you are worried about somebody using the internet, please talk to somebody such as a family member, a teacher at school, or organisations such as the NSPCC or the police. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. Reference slides are to follow.